Hey guys, welcome back to AlgoYogi. We are doing two pointers series, and next problem in the list is remove duplicates from sorted array. So let's go to the problem on LeetCode. It says remove duplicates. I'm not going to read the title again, but given an integer array nums sorted in non-descending order, decreasing order, descending order, whatsoever, remove the duplicates in place such that each unique element only appears once. The relative order of the element should be kept, and return the number of unique element, right? So I think it's just like removing a move zeros problem where you're just moving all the zeros to the end. Here it's just you're placing all the unique values in the front. If there is a duplicate, then just don't include it. So you can see it in the example. Let me just switch the view. It's a really easy problem. So basically we can see over here, one is a duplicate. What we will be returning now is 1 and 2. Remaining would be 2, but this is not considered. It's like it's mentioned in the array that you will return the unique number. So, and we will keep a track how many unique values basically we have seen so far, and that's what we will return. So our pointer will still be pointing over here, and that's what we will return. So this will basically return 2, right? It will return 2, and that's it. And that's the number of values we have seen, I guess. So I think we're gonna have a pointer that will basically point. P is pointing at 1, and I think I'm gonna make it point at 1 because we don't have to start at 0th index, and that's because it's one value is allowed, right? So it's the duplicate that's not allowed. So if we see here, this is where my I will be pointing initially if I'm trying to iterate my array nums. So if I check if I is equal to I minus 1, if I is equal to I minus 1, and remember I'm talking about the values here, okay? So if these are equal, that means I will just ignore it, you know. If they are not equal, that means I will place the value over here, all right? If they are equal, then mean I'll move on to the next value. If these are not equal, so then I will basically place 2 at P and just get out of here, and then I will basically return the value of the P, all right? I think it's really easy. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna have P, which is basically pointing at 1 first, and then we have our array for I in range. Start at 1 because we don't have to check for the first value, but second value will be checked for with the first value. So we want to create that gap, and also we want to start at the first index. So that will be line nums, and if nums I is not equal to, I think that this is easy, nums I minus 1, if they are not equal, that means we want to keep this value, right? So I will place it at nums P, place the value nums I. This is the value we want to save, and I will increment my pointer. Otherwise, just keep going and return the pointer in the end. So what this is really doing is having the pointer pointing to the first value, and then you start your iteration from first value, and you check if this first value is equal to the first one. If it was, then you basically start the loop. So there is no else. That means it's gonna go back to the next value, like P2. Not P2, I equals to 2, and if they are not equal, that means then it will place that value at the position of the P and increment the P, and there will, in the end, what's going to happen is like it will keep looping, keep missing on the repetitive values, the values that appeared one or more times, then and then just go to the end of the array, and P will point at a position where all the unique values end, and that's what we need to return. That was the ask of the problem. That's what we have done. So let's zoom out and run it on test cases. Okay, I think this is such a bad location. I think what I'm gonna do is place it over here. Okay, so yeah, test cases pass. Let's go to, oh no, let's talk about the time complexity. This is a must. This is like a ritual. Time complexity is big of n is the number of elements in the nums, and space complexity will be big of 1 in place. We have done everything in place. Such a nice sweet code. Let's go to AlgoYogi and mark this solved. See you guys in the next problem. Wait, no, not this one. Move zeros, remove duplicate. Yes, this one. Done.